They say there was a room in St. Louis once, sealed shut for years after the screaming stopped. A ward where plaster cracked, rosaries snapped, and a boy's skin spelled out names he'd never learned. Some swear a priest leapt to his death, others whisper about bloody handprints that no soap could lift. Tonight we go back to 1949, to the case that inspired The Exorcist, and we'll separate what's true from what's just a ghost story. In this video, Robbie's childhood and the first strange nights, how the Catholic Church actually treats exorcism, the Jesuit priests who kept a diary, the real St. Louis locations, and what became of the boy afterward. We'll also address those campus legends, sealed rooms, a rooftop death, and the infamous handprints. Robbie Mannheim is a pseudonym historians use to protect the real teenager at the center of this 1949 case. You'll also see him called Roland Doe. He grew up near Washington, D.C. in Cottage City, Maryland. After a beloved aunt died, the family reported scratching in the walls, objects moving, and a scratching sound traveling beneath his mattress. They sought help from clergy, including a local Catholic priest, Father E. Albert Hughes. An early attempt to help in Maryland ended badly, and the family eventually went to St. Louis to stay with relatives. In St. Louis, a cousin studying at St. Louis University told her professor, Father Bishop, about Robbie. Jesuit leadership obtained permission from the archdiocese to conduct the solemn rite. The lead exorcist was Father William S. Bodern, S.J., assisted by Father Walter Halloran, S.J., who later confirmed he was present for the case. Halloran would become the last surviving Jesuit tied to the events and died in 2005. Where did the rituals actually happen? Not in a single place. Activity was documented at a private home in Belle Noire, at spaces connected to St. Francis Xavier College Church, and, most famously, at the old Alexian Brothers Hospital in South St. Louis. Father Bishop's diary is the most substantial public source we have. It describes nights when the boy reacted violently to sacred objects, when welts or words appeared on his skin, and episodes of guttural voices. It also notes long, quiet stretches. This wasn't constant mayhem, but waves. The team tried the rite repeatedly through March and April of 1949. They used prayers from the Roman ritual, holy water, the sign of the cross, nothing cinematic, just the church's prescribed formula. The diary's final pages describe the climax on April 18th, when the boy reportedly cried out that St. Michael had appeared and commanded the adversary to depart. After that night, the phenomena ceased. Hollywood loves spinning heads. The Catholic Church does not. Official guidance from the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops says exorcism is a rare, last-resort sacramental, never a spectacle. A major exorcism requires a bishop's explicit permission, and only after thorough medical and psychological evaluations. That cautious approach was already in play in 1949. The Jesuits documented meticulously, sought authorization, and guarded identities. According to SLU archives, the boy recovered, grew up, married, and lived a private, ordinary life far from headlines. Exact personal details remain confidential or disputed, and the archdiocese maintains strict privacy. The big takeaway: the teenager at the center of the storm moved on. So, the sealed room. There was a room at Alexian Brothers Hospital long associated internally with the case, and hospital leadership reportedly sealed it for years. That wing was demolished in 1978. You can no longer visit it. What about sealed rooms on the university campus, a priest jumping off a roof, or bloody handprints that won't scrub away? Local reporting and SLU archivists call those urban legends, popular campus lore, not documented facts tied to the 1949 case. The Belle Noire house still stands, private property, and the college church is an active parish. If you visit St. Louis, be respectful. These are real places serving real people. A grieving family, a frightened teenager, and priests who, quietly, did what their church prescribes. The diary provides sober notes, the legends add thunder. In the end, the boy lived a life beyond the story. Maybe that's the real miracle, not the spectacle, but the silence that followed.